Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining tonight, taking a few minutes of your time to be with us. It is truly so great to see all of your faces. We've missed you. Um, so I would like to take a second to introduce my colleagues. Um, First and foremost, I just want to say thank you again. I'd like to emphasize that as we get started, this is a conversation. So if you have questions as we go through, feel free to drop them in the chat. If you're able to unmute, unmute. If not, I'm so sorry, Mike. We will sort that out and be able to help you address any questions that you might have. So with that said, I'd like to introduce some of my colleagues here in Greater New York. First, myself. I'm Quinn Works. I am a Senior Development Manager here. I oversee all the ins and outs of the New York City Kidney Walk, and it is my absolute honor to serve this resilient and inspiring community. I am joined by a phenomenal team of folks that supports the New York City Walk, among many other initiatives here in Greater New York. That includes Denise Anderson, Greg Billionis, Raisha Castro, Monique Hardin-Cordero, Paige Murray, Sean Rugenstein, myself, and Sydney the Kidney. I think Sydney's probably everyone's absolute favorite, but I know that we love to spend time with you guys. We love to see you, to support you, to work with you all. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. With that said, I would like to turn it over to Paige, who will share a few updates about what we've been up to the past few months.
So as COVID-19 has been spreading across the world, there are millions of Americans with kidney disease who already face dangerous health obstacles and are terrified of the unknown. And the National Kidney Foundation is right there with them during every second that passes. Right now, NKF has been laser focused on helping every person with kidney disease through this crisis. So before we begin, I'm just gonna share a few national updates with you. I'm happy to say that our team is still working in hospitals, in research labs, in their homes, and in always virtual on behalf of the 500,000 dialysis patients in America, the 100,000 people waiting for a kidney transplant, and the 37 million Americans, adults with kidney disease. We immediately went to work on behalf of patients when several dialysis-related procedures, organ recovery, and transplant surgeries were threatened by the pandemic. We urge the federal government to clarify that these are essential surgeries so they can continue. Our team also jumped into action to highlight the policy and regulatory hurdles in the way of home dialysis, because we won't stop until all appropriate patients can safely dialyze at home. In fact, our National Patient Summit actually took place this week, and advocates were in Zoom meetings with legislators all day yesterday, bringing the needs of kidney patients to light. So we are proud to bring you that news. And lastly, but certainly not least, is the unsettling news that a recent comprehensive report showed that people hospitalized with COVID-19 are at significant risk of acute kidney injury, also known as AKI, which can lead to serious illness, dialysis, and even death. So we must do what we can to stop the spread of this virus before more lives are lost and more kidneys are damaged. COVID-19 is creating new kidney patients around the country and expanding our mission. It's not the common flu, and it can have horrible lifelong side effects and health consequences. So we all need to do our part to stop the spread. Don't take the chance, wear a mask, wash your hands, and social distance to protect yourself and your loved ones. COVID-19 is nothing to take lightly. The consequences can be deadly, and acute kidney injury is just one of the possible serious outcomes of this disease. So thank you again for being here tonight. We need you now more than ever to give patients the resources they need to protect themselves. We need to inform clinicians on the latest research on COVID-19, and we need to advocate for patients who need safe dialysis and transplants. Our work just took on a whole new meaning, and we will never forsake the men, women, and children with kidney disease who face dramatic and life-threatening challenges in this outbreak. And we won't stop searching every day for new ways to meet the growing needs of our patients. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And to the individual that said that they lost someone to COVID recently, we are so sorry to hear that. And that really just hits home for us in what the work that we're doing, and the fact that, you know, this is a very, very serious and scary time for a lot of folks. And, you know, I want you to know that you're not alone, and everyone here at the National Kidney Foundation is here to support you. And we thank you so much for all that you're doing to keep our community safe. And, you know, we are here for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And our hearts go out to everyone that has been impacted by COVID-19. And please know that you are not alone. So with that said, I now like to introduce one of our passionate and incredible volunteers. She's a walk committee member helping us behind the scenes. She is captain of New York City team Kidney Rice and Beans, love that name. And she's also a 2-time transplant recipient. So without further ado, please welcome Christine Garcia-Rubin.
Hi everyone. My name is Christine Garcia-Rubin, and I'm a 2-time living donor kidney transplant recipient. That's a mouthful. I received my first transplant in 1992 from my father, and a second in 2006 from my sister. I have been kidney strong for almost 28 years. I am one of the fortunate ones. I'm also a proud National Kidney Foundation volunteer and walk committee member. As we gather to prepare for the 2020 virtual Kidney Walk, in the 6th month of this devastating pandemic, I walk not only for the 37 million American adults living with kidney disease, but also for those who have become new kidney patients due to COVID-19, anyone who has had to go through dialysis during this uncertain time, and for those who have had to put a hold on receiving a life-saving transplant due to the shortage of resources during the pandemic. I walk for my fellow fighters and for those who struggle every day, and I walk to support the National Kidney Foundation. Its mission statement says that it is fueled by passion and urgency. This year, the National Kidney Foundation demonstrated that more than ever by not slowing down, but by increasing its commitment to the lives of kidney patients and their loved ones. It has provided me, the entire NKF community, and the general public with timely webinars and information educating us on how to protect ourselves and others from COVID. I had a mild case in March, and I was honestly terrified and unsure of how to process all the contradictory information I kept hearing 24 hours a day. From that point on, I used NKF's dedicated COVID-19 landing pages and Facebook Live events as my trusted resource. I recommended it to others, especially the Ask NKF COVID-19 series of videos. I began to feel calmer, mostly because the information I was receiving was focused and relevant to me and addressed all my health concerns and fears. The National Kidney Foundation is not only a trusted resource, but a voice for us all. They inspire action for the kidney disease community. On September 16th, a group of NKF advocates joined other organizations from around the country at the 7th Annual Kidney Patient Summit to ask policymakers to extend Medicare coverage of immunosuppressive drugs for kidney transplant patients, to increase funding for kidney disease research and programs, and to pass the Living Donor Protection Act. These efforts are all in addition to the array of programs they provide, such as the Big Ask, the Big Give, NKF Peers, NKF Cares, Your Kidneys and You, and also Your Kidneys and Youth. We all have our reasons for walking, so this year, let's go out, fueled with the same passion and urgency. Let's walk, run, skip, bike, hike. Let's gather our friends, our family, coworkers, neighbors, and pets. Let's invite our community to become a part of the larger National Kidney Foundation community. Let's get inspired and creative and have fun while supporting each other and the NKF. Join me and our fellow fighters, survivors, heroes, and supporters on November 8th. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all online.
Thank you, Christine. We appreciate that so much. And thank you for all the work that you do to support the kidney community. You're truly inspiring, and it has been a pleasure getting to know you over the past year or so. I'd also like to, at this time, recognize some of our other leadership members from the Walk Committee. They work behind the scenes to help make the Walk experience the best it can possibly be, supporting our marketing, our team outreach, sponsorship, and of course, they're captains of their own teams. So I'd like to give a big thank you to Michael Santo, Eliza Bensley, Paul Cohen, Rick Froyo, Amelia Hilatnik, Lou Jablonski, Peter Jablonski, Christina Panay, Christine Rubin, Larry Weiss, and James Whalen. Thank you so much. We could not do this without you and with all of our walkers, so thank you. So you might have seen the term LaceUP and thought to yourself, what does that mean? Why is that everywhere this year? What is LaceUP? So I'm going to pass it over to Sean, and he'll tell you a little bit about the inspiration between this year's theme and how you can lace up too.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you all tonight. So I'm here to tell you a little bit more about LaceUP and how that pertains to Kidney Walk. So LaceUP is a new movement supposed to inspire 37,000 walkers from coast to coast from every city and every suburb. Kidney Walk is more of a national movement than it ever has been, and we can't wait to see you all take advantage of this new movement that we have going across the entire country. To celebrate that change, we have a new website, as I'm sure you might have noticed as you've logged on and registered for this year's walk. And with that new website, we're having some exciting new tools to make your LaceUP experience the most rewarding and the most fun experience you could possibly have. So the new website has a new address that you can find that at kidney.rallybound.org, or simply go to kidney.rallybound.org/New York City, and it will take you directly to the New York City Kidney Walk website. And you'll be able to register your team and as well as your friends and family members. It's a brand new, sleek website as we are coming into the 21st century, and we have many new features designed for you to take advantage of. Most of them you are familiar with, such as your email marketing systems, social media, as well as that personal website to share your story and inspire others to donate. RallyBound is designed to give you the most control of your Kidney Walk experience. You can register others on their behalf. You can upload your entire Excel contact list into the system, link it to Facebook, what have you. We have a lot of new tools, and we can't wait to see you all use them. Along with LaceUP, we have a brand new way to earn your Kidney Walk gear before walk day. So no longer will you be getting the Kidney Walk shirt on the day of the walk, because we won't be gathering in person, but you will be getting that hopefully 3 weeks before the walk is the deadline to earn those items. And then we will also be doing a mailing 3 weeks after. In those items that we have, they're new incentives. Register and raise $1 and you'll get a pair of shoelaces. $100 will get you that Kidney Walk t-shirt that you know and love. And also $500 will get you a mask to keep you safe when you're walking. And of course, the top fundraisers club at $1,000, and with a few things sprinkled in between there. With the new LaceUP, we have a brand new app. If you go into your Android or your iOS app store and search Kidney Walk 2020, you'll be able to get the brand new Kidney Walk app. This app is designed to recreate your online experience. So it's used in companionship with your Kidney Walk fundraising that you are doing already on your computer. This is just designed to have that fundraising at your fingertips. And within that app, we have new Get Active challenges to inspire everyone to get out and walk, because the Kidney Walk is more than just the day of now. There's going to be fun activities leading up to the walk, and we want to see everyone get inspired by these Get Active challenges. And these challenges range from logging your activity for 1 day, 37 days, and this is all tracking your steps. So we have a 37-mile challenge for some folks if you really want to go for it. And the grand champion of all the challenges is a 370,000 step challenge. Now, you might be wondering why these numbers are familiar, and that is for the 37 million Americans in the United States at risk and who have kidney disease. So we want to really drive home those 37 million and use those 37 numbers. So these challenges are designed to help you kind of reach out to your network. So when you reach a new challenge and you've hit that 37-mile challenge, ask some of your supporters to donate $37, $370 if you're feeling crazy, and really shoot for the stars. This is all tied back to your Kidney Walk fundraising on the website, so you'll be able to earn those incentives. Challenge your teammates to see who can log the most steps. We'll be tracking this nationally, and we'll be sharing updates as we go on, and we'll also be sharing this locally. So we want to see New York City walkers log the most steps this year. If you have any questions about how to use the app, registering, navigating the new website, feel free to reach out to any of us here on the call, and we'll be happy to help you. So with LaceUP, the Kidney Walk is expanding from just a one-day event held locally, and it's creating a brand new movement without borders. So with further ado, back to Quinn, I believe.
All right, thank you, thank you. And I just like to say that the Walk app is really cool. I have it on my phone. I don't know if you can see my screen, but I have it on my phone, and it allows me to track my progress, and I can see my number of steps and the total participants on my team and all that jazz. So that's really cool. And I'd also like to say, and I'm going to get into this in a second, that if you need any help registering for the walk or getting team members registered, please reach out to myself. Christina Pinay has reached out and said that she'd be happy to help get folks registered and walk you through the process. She's one of our walk committee members, and I'm sure many of our other committee members would be happy to help with that too. But please let us know if you need any help with anything. We are here to support you. We know that a new site can sometimes, you know, be a little intimidating. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Where do I go? So we're here for you, and we can help make that as seamless as possible. And if you have any feedback or anything, please let us know, and we're here to support that. So the moment we've all been waiting for, New York City Kidney Walk. So this is my absolute favorite time of the year, and it's not just because I like pumpkin spice lattes or crisp fall weather. It is because there is nothing quite like waking up on that Sunday morning and having the honor to celebrate life of a brilliant and resilient community of patients, families, medical providers, friends, all of them. And we get to do it every year with you fine folks. So this year, we have shifted our usual walk day experience because we care about each and every one of you. We, you know, as you heard from Paige earlier, COVID is no joke. And so we want to keep our community safe. However, we also wanted to stay connected. And we know that the walk means a lot to a lot of people, that, you know, this is how we honor our family and our friends, our moms, our dads, our brothers, our sisters, cousins, everyone, ourselves. So we have shifted our walk experience to be online and hyper local. So what does that really mean? It means on Sunday, November 8th, we're going to wake up, we're going to do a little stretch. I'll probably do a little yoga. We're going to tune in for our opening ceremony at 10:30, and then we're going to walk united as a community across all 5 boroughs: Long Island, Westchester, New Jersey. You could tell your friends in California. You could tell someone in Alaska to walk. Wherever you have friends and family, they can walk with you. We will walk united, and we will be a force to be reckoned with. So obviously safely, with our masks, 6 feet apart from everyone you know. So just wanted to throw that out. But that is a little bit of an overview of what we're going to do, but we will be sharing more details in just a few minutes. So 2020 goals. I always like to say that the Kidney Walk is our mission in motion. It is both a major fundraiser. It is a major public awareness campaign. This is how we're reaching so many people in our community. When we spread the word, when we're posting on, you know, Facebook, hey, can you support me while I'm fundraising for this cause? You know, you're also sharing your stories. You're also sharing risk factors for kidney disease. You're sharing programs that people need in their lives, like NKF Peers and NKF Cares. So with that said, you know, we are still raising funds because we're still educating the public about kidney risk through the 33% campaign, the 1 in 3 Americans that are at risk. We're still advocating for patients through the Patient Summit. We're still offering a free hotline for NKF Cares, where you can call in, ask questions if you have questions about your diagnoses or, you know, where to go, how to turn, all that stuff. So we're still aiming to raise $1 million to support kidney patients. We understand that this year has been tough, right? This has been a trying year for a lot of folks. But we found this spring when we held the Long Island Kidney Walk, which shout out to anyone that participated in Long Island, that there was still a desire to support one another and give back to our communities. And, you know, people may have given in smaller amounts, but they still gave. And if they couldn't give, then they posted and they shared resources and they spread the word. So we know this group is unstoppable. As Sean was saying, we're taking 37 million steps across New York City and beyond to represent the 37 million. And if you're wondering, and you're like, Quinn, 37 million steps is a lot of steps, right? That is for 3,700 walkers, which is around what we have, you know, but a little bit more. That is about 10,000 steps. If everyone took 10,000 steps, that's my daily goal usually. So if you are able to take steps, you can do it around your house. You can do it around your block. You can just go up and down your steps. You can moonwalk in your house if that's your thing. You know, whatever you can do, wherever you can do it, that's what we'll be doing. So those are our goals for this year. And moving on, we have a few corporate opportunities, and I'd like to take a quick moment to recognize corporate teams that support our walk. A major thank you and big shout out to Atlantic Tomorrow's office, Konica Minolta, New York Presbyterian Weill Cornell, Transplant, JP Morgan. Just, you know, we have so many great supporters, and we are very grateful for everyone that participates. And I'd like to say that if you think your company would like to get involved, that the walk is a great way to facilitate engagement with employees. It's an opportunity for folks to get some leadership experience as a team captain. We also have matching gift opportunities. We know that a lot of companies offer matching gifts, which is a way that, let's say I make a $10 donation and then I, submit it to my husband's company and his company matches. So they're going to make a donation of $10, matching my gift, AKA doubling the impact. And we do encourage that as you're asking friends and family to donate, to encourage them to check if their company does matching gifts. And we have a handy tool on kidney.org that you can just type in your company name and it gives you all the information you need. And then also you can donate services. So if you are a marketing expert or you have expertise in this or that area and you want to donate some of your services and help us expand our mission and reach a larger audience or anything to that effect, that is also an option. And of course, there are a number of sponsorship opportunities to help meet your marketing objectives and let the community know that you care and that you support the kidney patient community. So with that said, I'd like to pass it back over to Paige, and she's going to give you some fun raising ideas.
Hi, everyone. So as you know, this year it's going to be a little different. We obviously can't gather the way we used to, but some fun ideas to do virtually include bingo, some Zoom trivias, or even a Zoom happy hour, which is always fun, the buy a date calendar, which I will get into, a puppy walk party, which was brought up by one of our walk leadership committee members, sponsor my mile, holding a raffle, hosting a virtual class, or an online talent show, or as Quinn was just previously stating, matching gifts. Now we wanted to point out the buy a date calendar because that's a fun new trend that will make your fundraising a little easier. And it really involves just taking a picture of a calendar, posting it to your social media, so either your Facebook or your Instagram, and having your friends or family simply buy a date, meaning they will pledge a date to you and donate a specific amount on that date. And always remind your walkers and your fellow team members that no amount is too small. So being that this is a virtual walk, we also urge you to be very active on social media in general. And we also want to mention, when you create fundraisers on Facebook, the proper way to do it is to log into your walk center on Rallybound, go to Go Social, and then from there, click Create a Facebook Fundraiser. Don't log straight into Facebook and create a fundraiser on the Facebook platform, because that will be separate from your walk page. Doing it through your walk page ensures that the money collected on your Facebook fundraiser will immediately sync with your walk page. And we encourage you to use hashtags on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can even put your link to your team page in your bio. We've seen a few people doing that. And as Quinn also said, you're not limited to having just New Yorkers on your team. Let your friends and family all over the world and all over the country know they can walk with you. And these are alternatives for in-person fundraising, but if for any reason you choose to participate in any type of in-person fundraising activities, follow CDC guidelines to keep yourself and your kidney community safe.
Awesome. Thanks, Paige.
So, big question. What does Walk 2020 look like in the age of COVID? Well, it's going to be a little different, as you all can probably gather. And so what that means is you're going to pick your own route. Walk where you want this year. That could be your neighborhood, a local park. If you're fortunate enough to live by a beach or a boardwalk, that's definitely encouraged as well. But again, just make sure you are following CDC guidelines, social distancing, and please, please, please wear a mask. Hopefully it's one of the Kidney Walk branded ones that you've earned from those walk day incentives. We're encouraging everyone this year to walk 3.7 miles, again, for the 37 million Americans who do have chronic kidney disease. So what that means is it's going to be a little bit farther than last year. The typical walk route across the Brooklyn Bridge and back, it was usually about 3 miles. So we're asking you to go the distance this year and lace up for our Kidney Walk community. At 10:30 a.m. on the morning of the walk, you can join us live for the opening ceremony with some surprise guests that you're not going to want to miss. And if you do sleep in, because that's a great perk of this year's Kidney Walk, and you do miss it, it will be recorded and we will be sending it out to all of you after the fact. And like Paige said, of course, please share what you are doing on walk day. Get social, tag us at NKFGNY, and use our hashtags that we have available for you this year. Hashtag Kidney Walk LaceUP, hashtag LaceUp NYC, and hashtag New York Tough Kidney Strong. And friendly reminder is, if you are sharing and you're tagging us, to please make that post public. A lot of folks on Facebook have private pages, and I do not blame you for that. But if you do have a private page, we unfortunately will not be able to see your lovely faces and all of you wearing the Kidney Walk gear. So again, tag us on Facebook at NKFGNY. We're going to be resharing and reposting throughout the day to kind of recreate that feeling of gathering together in Foley Square. Foley Square this year will be our Facebook feed, and the Zoom Hangouts that will be similar to this, watching the opening ceremony. So we hope to see you all again, just like this, on November 8th. And as Quinn mentioned, we had a unfortunate postponement of our spring kidney walk in May in Long Island, as well as our Connecticut kidney walks that were supposed to take place in late June. We had to move everything back from May to July 12th. Truthfully, at that time, we thought we would be able to gather in person. Unfortunately, that was not the case, and it still is today. But New York, Long Island, and Connecticut came out strong on July 12th. We all gathered on a Zoom to watch the opening ceremony, and then everyone went out and did their own walk route. And these are some photos of our walkers from the day. And I'd like to share a testament from Casey Grossman, a past New York City kidney walker who you might be familiar with, but she has moved out to Long Island, so she is now walking there. And this is what she had to say about her experience. Team Share Your Spare came out this year equipped with masks and walked around the neighborhood. What we could not mask, however, was our excitement, our enthusiasm, and our support for our kidney community. That was Casey Grossman, 2020 Long Island virtual team captain. So again, just driving home to the fact that we cannot gather in person. This is the next best thing that we can do to make awareness, raise awareness, and raise some vital funds for our kidney community. So again, while we can't be in person, this day is all about you, because I think we've all earned it.
Well, I'm glad that my beach ball made the PowerPoint. But thank you for that. And I want to say that, as you can see, I did participate in the Long Island Kidney Walk. And my husband and I had a blast making noise in our neighborhood. And one of the things that I actually do like about the virtual experience is that, you know, usually on walk day, we're all concentrated down in Foley Square, which is awesome. I love the festival vibe. But I think that this presents a new opportunity that we get to be very public in so many nooks and crannies in New York, and everyone gets to see us all over. And I'm excited for the opportunity that some safe, socially distanced conversations will happen where we can hopefully, you know, enlighten some folks and educate them while we're out in our own communities. And I know that some folks have mentioned that they plan to gather neighbors and, you know, paint the neighborhood orange, so to speak, and really make a day of it. So again, I think it'll be really fun. I'm really excited. My neighbors better get excited because I'm going to be making a lot of noise. So in between checking Facebook to see what you guys post. So with that said, next steps are lacing up and joining us. So registering your team if you're not registered, recruiting your teammates, building that team out, fundraising, and spreading the word, which has been mentioned. So making sure that you are getting social. I'm a social butterfly. I hope you are too. Use the hashtag. I want to see what you're posting. I will retweet, repost, whatever it is that they let me do on Instagram, I will do it. So I hope to see all of your faces there, and of course on Zoom and things of that nature. And I'd like to offer up that if you are hosting any virtual events with your teams, please let me know. Happy to join a Zoom call and share some information and get everyone jazzed up, and answer any questions that anyone has. And I just want to reinforce that we're all here. Everyone at NKF is here to support you, and we are here, so lean on us, please. And we like to see you guys. So if you're open to it, I'm down for a Zoom call. All right, so I'd like to do a quick sponsor thank you. And a huge and major thank you to our sponsors, our national multi-market sponsors, Logisticare, Moonstone Nutrition, and Transplant Genomics, and our local sponsors, Atlantic Tomorrow's Office, Aurinia, and the LaceUP family. Thank you all so much. You fuel our mission, and we are so glad to have you by our sides. And then in terms of teams and walkers, thank you guys. We really appreciate all that you do. And we know that, again, like, we understand what type of year this has been for everyone, and everyone's coming from different places. And I think that comes back to the different paths, common goal tagline that we have. And we are all on different paths right now. And we will be literally walking different paths this year, but we are all doing it for a common goal. So thank you so much. We really appreciate all the work that you all put in. And we hope that you have fun while you do it. And this is a shout out to our top 5 individuals right now and our top 5 teams. So big shout out to Christina Panay, Paul Cohen, Lou Jablonski, Kim Wu, and Ira Cohen, who are who have raised individually. And then also to our teams, Atlantic Tomorrow's Office, Team Paul, Team Got Kidneys, Team Wu, and Conica Minolta New York City team. So thank you guys, and thank you everyone. Even if you're not on this slide, you're a rock star, and we really appreciate everything that you do and for sticking by us and getting out there and raising the word. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, questions, and hopefully everyone can unmute. I know that was a bit of an issue at the top, so hopefully we've got that sorted, but please, if you have any questions, let me know, or just comments, open to that too.
Everyone should be able to unmute, but if you could also type it into the chat.
Great. We can unmute now. Wonderful.
Hey.
Hey, there were some questions in the chat. Let me just scroll. People wanted to know if the slides would be emailed, especially the one on online fundraising. I assume that would be a yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I do want to say, when you were talking about matching, I know some companies are doing double and even triple matches due to COVID to really help nonprofits. So, you know, find out if your company's doing that. There was one other question. I might have missed it. I don't know.
I've got a question I think that might be helpful for some folks that might be new to this type of walk experience. Quinn, were there any main takeaways from the July experience in Long Island and Connecticut that we can share with folks?
Yeah, so I think major takeaway was, there's a few takeaways, right? So there was that folks found social media fundraising worked really effectively for them. And we've seen that as a rise as we've gone. We found that people did really enjoy having the opportunity to gather family and friends, you know, the ones that are in their bubble that they're already seeing in a safe and new way. And they also found that, like, folks that, let's say, I think it was actually Casey Grossman, who, as Sean said, lives in Long Island. She said every year she asks her family in California to support, and they're like, yeah, no, we're in Cali, so good luck with that. And then this year, because it was virtual and they weren't really actually missing out on a day of experience, they were down to clown and they got involved and had a really good time with it. So really going back to the no borders thing, and a lot of fun with the DIY. I know that one team, Team LJ, she is a medium, and so she did a psychic reading as her fundraiser. And that was amazing. I dialed in for that. It was really cool. So kind of what Paige was saying about putting the fun into fundraising. Like, if you are a fitness instructor, you want to do a fitness class, you can do that. There's a lot of opportunity to be creative and personal and, like, highlight different things about you and what you're into to help bring your community together. And I think also the biggest thing was that, particularly at that time when it was really at the height and people were still, like, very, very, very under lockdown, like, having that opportunity to see family and friends and do these Zoom calls and connect with folks was really powerful. And I think, you know, we all miss the connection. Like, I miss seeing everyone in person. So having that opportunity to see some faces, like, I'm seeing some faces on here right now that I didn't even see before the call started. Hi, Luther. Hi, Lisa. Hey. So yeah, I would say those are probably the biggest takeaways.
So what
Thanks, Quinn.
questions do you guys have of us?
I have two things I want to say. Well, thanks everybody for being here. But the first one is about the app. I'm having issues. I just downloaded it a day or two ago, but it won't let me log in from my login that I would use on, like, my PC, or if I use Safari, which is probably getting to the desktop version. Is there something I'm doing wrong, or is a separate account?
It should be the same account. And I will say that one thing that's really important to note this year is, so in the past, we've all used kidneywalk.org, right? That was a past server that we used. So this year, New York City Walk is on kidney.rallybound.org. So when you log into Rallybound, that is the login information that you would use for the app.
Okay, so it's probably not the same thing then.
You're going to have to recreate a new login for Rallybound. Everyone, even if you've done this for 10 years, you need to recreate a new password because it's a new system that we're using, and then that password will work for the app.
Okay, so I literally just signed up. So that wasn't Rallybound then.
You signed up on the app, or you signed up on Rallybound?
I signed up on the website online. I registered, you know, my team and everything. But when I downloaded the app, I don't think it was ever me logging into Rallybound. So start a Rallybound and then the app should work?
Yes.
Should. And you could call Sean or Quinn or I tomorrow. We can work it through if it's still not working.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're here to help.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I do want to thank you. And I also want to say I'm sorry about the inconvenience on that. And, you know, the idea with going to a new website was that the new website actually gives you a lot more control over customizing your fundraising page. So in the past, we've had a lot of walkers ask, how can I add more photos? How can I, you know, put a video on here? I want people to see me and my family and all that. So that's really the benefit of using Rallybound, is that it allows you, the walker, to have more customization, like easier to customize your URL. So, you know, things like that. So that is really the goal there. And again, I am sorry for any inconvenience if you've had any trouble logging in or confusion as to which site to use. But definitely we will be pushing out that it is kidney.rallybound.org/New York City. For the most direct.
That's in the chat, Quinn. We put it in there a couple of times, but it's now at the bottom.
Perfect. Thank you.
The second thing is that I see that you shared like materials for fundraising virtually. Is that going to be like something that's kind of generated so that I can kind of use the same stuff? And like, do you like have like a fun, because I know the old website had like a section for everything. Are all these materials going to be generated so it can make, like, I'm kind of using the same thing every time?
Yeah, no, I hear that. So yeah, we definitely have some templates that we can send out, and we'll continue to create templates for you guys. I know we have some sample like Instagram posts, tweets, things like that, Facebook posts. We're also working to create some like, you know, visual content that you all can share. And we want to make sure that you have talking points and information. So that way, when you're going out, I know I've had some people say, I've already shared my story. So everyone in my network knows my story. So what else can I tell folks to help them be motivated to donate? So we have some information. We will be pushing that out. And there is a section on the site that has templates for emails on Rallybound. So when you go into the email section, there are some templates there that you can select from just to help you get started, but we can work with you as well. And we'll have some more stuff that we'll post both on, we will email to you. So make sure if you're not getting our emails, please let us know, and we'll make sure that you are receiving them, because that's where we post, that's where we send a lot of our resources.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, Peter Jablonski here. I just wanted to say nice to see a lot of new faces. I thought the presentation was really great, really effective. Appreciate you guys sharing what you did. A lot of great ideas, I think, in terms of new ways to you know, generate and do some fundraising. And just really well done all around during a difficult time to keep this moving. But happy to be working with this team as always, and look forward to seeing what we can accomplish this year.
Thank you, Pete.
Thanks, Pete.
And I want to shout out Luther. I know Luther just started. He kicked off his fundraising in a really fun way the other day. Luther, do you mind sharing real quick what you did on Facebook?
Sure. How's everyone doing? Yeah, so for the last couple of weeks, I guess, 13 weeks, I've done this Facebook live show called #DadLifeDadChat. And it just so happened that a lot of the dads I had were also poets and performers like myself. So on the 6th, we did a showcase of us dads performing. And I just also, you know, tagged on as a launch for my campaign for a fundraiser. And Lexi, actually, my daughter, who's 10, and I gave her my kidney last January. She was born with chronic kidney disease. So I had her, she spoke a little bit, where she spoke about how much she loved the Kidney Foundation every year, getting together and seeing everybody who have similar stories as her, and how just she feels, you know, courage from that. And then at the end, the girls and I performed a piece together. So that was my launch. And then we also did some T-shirts with Lexi's face on it that we're using to sell as part of our fundraising.
I love it. I love it. And Lexi is amazing. Your whole family is amazing. So thank you so much. And I definitely want one of those T-shirts. So if you have some, please let me know. I will definitely take one. All right. If we don't have any more questions, we were going to break out into a couple of breakout rooms and play a little bit of trivia. winners of trivia get a $10 Amazon gift card. So I don't know about you, but I've been ordering all my stuff online because I don't like to go into stores right now. So hopefully this helps. But we're going to break out into a couple of breakout rooms, and NKF staff are going to lead in a couple of rounds of trivia. And we hope that everyone has fun. And if you're unable to stay on the line, we understand, but we hope that you do, because it's a fun way to get to hang out with each other a little more. So thank you so much. And Sean, if you want to put us into rooms, let's do this.
I think this will work.